is, because this is a shift in Britain's sort of position with respect to the military and defence and so on. The central idea, they say, of the integrated operating concept is offensive rather than defensive, and I think this is really pretty key. And we're trying to bring other nations on board to push forward with this idea. So what else did they have to say about it? The central idea of the integrated operating concept is to drive the conditions and tempo of strategic activity rather than responding to the actions of others. Right, so that is the offensive part. That's basically what that says. Provocations. And we're seeing this, we've been seeing this for years with provocations against Russia. We're now seeing it with provocations against China. It went on to say, when the integrated operating concept was announced, that the old distinction between foreign and domestic defense is increasingly irrelevant. And this is really key, because the chief of the defense staff, the chief of the general staff as well, both those gents have made the point in their own way that the concepts of war and peace are no longer binary concepts. We are on a spectrum. In other words, they're pushing this concept that we are in perpetual war, but not only perpetual war with Russia and China. Actually, we're in perpetual war with ourselves. The old distinction between foreign and domestic defense is increasingly irrelevant. When fake news appears to originate not abroad but at home, it gains credibility and reach, stoking confusion, disagreement, division, and doubt in our societies. This has been particularly evident with a significant uptick in disinformation and misinformation during the coronavirus crisis. And it went on to say, home is no longer a secure sanctuary, whence we may choose to launch interventions unhindered. Away is no longer a regional horizon, but a global one involving space and the electromagnetic spectrum. So it's full spectrum warfare. Just to translate this a little bit, the key point here is the military no longer feel, the military establishment no longer feel that when they come home that they're in a safe environment, that actually home is another battlefront, just like abroad, and because of the so-called disinformation and misinformation war. So it is full spectrum. We're on a spectrum. It's not a binary state. There is no such thing as peace anymore. We're in a state of war with everybody, and everybody is